Okay, everybody, I'm testing the video. Okay, if you can see me, let me know. Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Melissa. Okay, Facebook is constantly making things more wonderful. So, used to when I went live here on Facebook for these events, I had to use my own exterior camera, but this is awesome. I can now do this from my laptop. So, woohoo! Trying something new. All right, I'll get this set up where I can see the monitor here. Okay. All right, get this all set up and we will get started. I have some exciting things to talk to you about tonight. So, I was planning on doing this from my, planning on doing this from my, from my, let's see here, from my phone, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen. So, anyway, this is exciting. Here we go. Ready? Take two. So, welcome everybody. This is Deanna with toolsofelnergyprotection.com, your energy shift expert. And tonight, the purpose for getting together is to talk about your life purpose. So, are you looking at the new horizon of this world? I mean, look at what's going on right now across everywhere. You've got fires in Colorado and California. There may be some elsewhere that I'm not sure about. Um, you have got um, protesters, and you have people hating different people for different reasons and groups, and just this whole separation of the masses of people. And there's a Facebook meme with a lady like looking out the door, wondering to what part of Armageddon is happening today. Well, I can assure you this is not Armageddon. I have that up here with the best authority of the boss. And I wanted to talk to you about the new horizon of the world and looking at it right now and wondering, what is your purpose? What is your purpose in the here and now? I mean, really, why were you born, into this time period? Why is it that you're at the space and the place that you are? And one of your biggest obstacles right now might be this uncertain time. You're like, well, my life purpose is kind of up in the air because I'm uncertain about the obstacles, that I'm facing right now. Perhaps you've lost your job. Perhaps your interpersonal relationships have gone in the toilet. Maybe your health is suffering and you're just trying to escape, catching COVID. But there are so many struggles right now. So many people um, just don't know what's happening. And we've got the elections coming up, which makes things wonky. And you're going to have a lot of, political ad campaigns and people slinging mud back and forth at each other. You know, it's just really uncertain. So my question to you is, what what do you have during this time of uncertainty? What place do you have in the craziness? What is the purpose of your life? What do you make of all of this? Well, I'm going to talk to you about some of the clients that have been calling me lately, people I've known for a long time, and people I'm just meeting that are looking just like you for their purpose and wondering what's happening in this crazy world and how this all fits together. But a lady called me the other day and she said, Deanna, I know I've always had special gifts. I've always felt different than other people did. And I kept seeing this shadow out of the corner of my eye. When I would turn, nothing was there. And then another person said to me that they were having prophetic dreams, strange dreams that they hoped weren't prophetic because they saw a lot of, not so happy things coming up in the world. And then, you might be seeing different colors in front of you where the colors really shouldn't be. I had a gal that called me late one afternoon, and she said that whether her eyes were closed or open, that she saw different colors, like almost a giant rainbow in her room, and she didn't know what to do with it, and it scared her. She thought she was going a little loopy. Others of you, maybe seeing numbers streaming. That's what someone else told me, is that they're literally just seeing streams of numbers here and there. And if you're old school, watch the movie The Matrix. That's in the first movie, but people are reporting actually seeing this or experiencing time speeding up or time slowing way down. All of these are indicators of your life's purpose. If you're wondering, did I really just see what I thought I saw out of the corner of my eye? Maybe you're having deja vu, really just kind of unexplainable weird experiences. These are aspects of the beginning of purpose in shining light into the world. There's a whole new crop of beautiful, light, divine beings. Human beings that have so much light in them. It's pouring out, and they're beginning to notice, and they're beginning to wake up. And I'm so super excited because I have been working with people just like that for 20 years. I've been helping people to wake up and progress going forward. On this time of dynamic shift and change, people are waking up faster than ever. And so, what I'm seeing as a result of that is they're really struggling with doubt. They doubt, did I see that out of the corner of my eye? Or did I just really hear somebody speaking to me? Or, you know, was that a prophetic dream? Or am I just crazy? That's what I'm experiencing with the clients. Is so many people are struggling with these things that they're seeing, knowing, feeling, or sensing. And then they're wondering how sane they really are. And they have doubt and they have fears. And if this sounds like you, I want you to know, if you're struggling with any of this, that I would like for you to know I have been there. I've had these same struggles. You know, for me, when I was first waking up, it was about seeing spirits standing at the foot of my bed. And they weren't scary. It was a pretty nice looking guy standing at the foot of my bed, and he radiated. And it scared me because when I first saw him, I didn't know if I was seeing it with my third eye, my spiritual eye, or whether I was seeing it with my two human eyes. There was a man standing at the foot of my bed, and he was glowing. It's pretty scary. But he said, "Come and follow me." And I'm like, "What? Who is this? And why should I follow him?" Doubt, right? And fear about who he was. Well, a healthy fear of spirits is good. And so I rolled over, brought my heart rate down, and went back to sleep. And a couple nights later, the spirit appeared at my bed again, at the very foot of my bed. Big, glowing, nice, handsome guy. And he said, "Deanna, come and follow me, and I will teach you to be fishers of men." I said, "And women?" He said, "And women." And at that moment, I knew who that was. I knew that he was serious, and I knew that he had a plan for me. Has it been easy? No, I'm not going to lie to you, it's not easy. And that's why. That people that are just coming on board and waking up and seeing things, sensing things, knowing things maybe not as dynamic as that, are scared and they have doubt because this world has taught them that those things aren't real, that they're one screw loose, one light bulb short of a box. And this has been going on for centuries. Centuries. Salem witch trials, right? But God tells us in Corinthians that these gifts are beautiful and that they are a part of the entire body. Some people are carpenters, some people are bricklayers, some people are IT people. To them, everybody has a gift, and it's a purpose for the whole body. And so the body has undergone this great shift. And this shift, ladies and gentlemen, requires healing. It's a vibration. If you imagine a beautiful pond where the water's just flat, and you take a stone and you skip it, it makes rings, and then the rings go and, hit the other rings. And, the rings eventually go away and we think it's all done, but it really isn't. Because that was just the first wave of the energy. And that's where we are. We've had the first wave of energy, and it's been pretty strong. And a lot of us are being called to greater and greater purpose. I myself am being called to a greater purpose. And so my platform is changing. You're going to notice over the next couple of weeks, my website is changing. My services will be changing because I can't stay in this spot anymore. But I do have fear and I do have doubt. Will I make it? Will I be able to handle the amount of people that are going to seek me out? If I want a loan, will the bank loan me money because of what I do for a living? We all have fear. So my purpose here today is to tell you that your life purpose is being put right in front of you right now, and it has been, and you know it. Think about all of the weird, strange, and wonderful things that have been happening over the last few months. For some of you, it's about commanding your power. And the dark side knows that you're bright, and it has come closer to put you in more fear. Maybe one of my clients called me and they had a lower vibrational being that was touching them in the middle of the night and biting them in the middle of the night. But these are the things that are opening because of the ripples on the waters, disturb things that have been left lying for a long time. And the dark spirits are attacking the light. And if you're not going to wake up, if you're not going to participate, if you're not going to push past the fear, you will be left behind. So, if you are struggling with seeing things out of the corner of your eye, having weird dreams, knowing things before they happen, then you are being called to wake up and become a light to others, those around you. Think about how many people right now in your world are in fear. They're uncertain. And there you are, a light. And Spirit has struck a match and put it on you so that you may become brighter. And you refuse. Think of all the people that are going to miss out on you sharing your beautiful gifts with them. Whether you send them a smile, perhaps you're a reader in a local shop, perhaps you're starting a business online to do readings for people. healing, mediumship. But if you don't take that step forward and you play really small and just use those gifts for yourself because you're afraid, then your light will be missed. So I'm going to ask you to think way deep down inside. Since March, what has been pulling you towards greatness? What has been inside here taking you forward? What have you felt the urgency to do? Like you can't sleep at night because you're constantly thinking of it. That is your life purpose. That is who you are. Answer the call. And I'd like you to know that answering the call isn't always easy. When I answered the call, the one standing at the foot of my bed, I was headed to law school. Couldn't wait to graduate. I'd applied to law school. I was in the process of applying to law school. And I knew what I wanted to do with my life. And being a lawyer, most people can respect that. Your family, you're a lawyer, they either love you or hate you, but still it's a reputation, a respectable reputation. And so when I started seeing those things and seeking the knowledge and learning from many people, I was afraid of what people were going to think of me. Lost my mind, right? But I it kept calling to me. I kind of put it away and I say, no, law school is good for me. That's where I want to go, you know. But I want you to know that I totally understand walking forward in that fear. If you're a lawyer, you know about how much you're going to make every year. If you're in my business, you don't really know. And so having my family, not all of them, look down on me for that, having my friends thinking I'd lost my mind and telling me I needed to change my ways, it's a lot. But like I said, the world needs more light workers. And they're right there in the Bible in Corinthians. And, if you're having fear and you don't know what to do next and you're feeling your life purpose is pulling you towards it, you may be being pulled towards healthcare or information, whatever it is, it doesn't necessarily have to be here. But it's that light that's trying to get out. And 20 years ago, I started that journey. And so I know what the fears are. I know what the pitfalls are. I know how it feels to fall flat on your face, looking for answers, trying to decide what book is best for you to read, to look at. Going to different readers and saying, hey, is this the right person for me to work with or learn from? It's a process. It's a journey. And right now, where we are in time and space, we don't have the luxury of 20 years. You don't have that luxury of 20 years. So I'm going to encourage you to step into your power, step into your calling, and embrace your light within. And if it feels comfortable for you to step into that power, to embrace that power, then let's take that step together. No need for you to struggle like I did, not knowing where to turn, what books to read, who to trust, because I've put it all together for you in the Spiritual Awakening Academy. Go to toolsofenergyprotection.com, click on Spiritual Awakening Academy, And we're going to get started on September the 5th. And I will teach you and show you in easy to understand steps. It's a step-by-step process. How to take your power back, embrace your gift, which is your purpose, and move forward. So I hope that you will join me if it feels right for you. And if you're not ready yet, if you'll go right up to the top of the page here and type in Sensitive Fight Club and ask to become a member. I post different things in there about what's happening and share with you a little bit more than I do on this page. For those that choose to walk more in their gifts and their purposes. And I would love to have you join me. But one more thing. In the prophetic department, I had a prophetic dream that I did not understand for a while. But write your prophetic dreams down because they'll always come back around. But in this dream, I was aware that I was walking along the side of what looked like a cliff or a mountain. It was just like right here. And I could see the details of the moss and the little tiny flowers and the dirt on the ledges. It was so beautiful. And then my attention was drawn in front of me, and as far as I could see, I was walking alongside of the cliff, and there was like valleys and then mountains in the background. I thought, how beautiful is that? And I looked to my right, and I was in a valley, and then there was some mountains on the right. And so I could feel myself walking, that little shuffle, that sway back and forth. And then I looked down at my feet to see what I was walking on. And below me was the valley. And every time I took a step forward, a chunk of ground would rise up right under my foot and meet it just as I was putting my weight down and stepping down. All I had to do was walk forward, and I was totally supported in an area where you otherwise wouldn't be able to walk. And the scenery was beautiful. The path was steady and sure. And I know that once you embrace yourself totally and whatever your gifts are that are appearing, that is your life's purpose. It's that simple. And if you're ready to walk forward, I would love to help you accelerate the process very quickly so that you don't get stuck wondering about yourself and struggling. So if that feels right to you, please join me in the Spiritual Awakening Academy by going to toolsofenergyprotection.com and click on the Academy and Power and get yourself registered. If you still are not sure and you want to talk about it a little bit more, maybe share some of your experience with me, click on Coffee Chat and find a time, and we'll get together and we'll see what's happening for you and how I can be of service for you. So that's it. I'd like to thank everybody that's joined me. Big hugs and kisses to you. And if you are ready, I will see you on September the 5th. So thank you for joining me on August 25th, 2020. Big hugs and kisses to everybody, and have a great night.